We're starting with a different song today.
Today's a different starting to celebrate someone pretty damn special.
Oh, it's my birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday!
I am so slow. Anything like what is happening? Girl, I'm so slow. It was my birthday and it's still my birthday weekend. So thank you, ladies, and thank you everybody for listening. We are the Not Your Typical Girl Talk, and we will introduce ourselves as usual.
Hi there, my name is Carcia, and I am one of the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew, and I would like to bring on my lovely sister.
Hello, everyone. This is Telly. I am also a proud member of my sister crew here, Not Your Typical Girl Talk, and the woman of the hour of the month of the life, our B-Day girl. What?
And I'm Toshiba. I'm clearly the slow one who didn't realize that song was for me. So thank you everybody who's watching us live, and thank you for everybody who will be listening to us on Radio Regents. Today we are going to bring you a hopefully hilarious show about things in the news that you read that make you say, what?
Yes. You know, it's funny. What I do want to say before we even start with the list is how easy it is to find foolishness online.
Right?
I had to pull up there were so many, and I'm pulling up my phone for the ones that I chose. But there were so many headlines going back years that it was just like, somebody approved that. Like somebody, like it went through an editing stage and someone said, yes, that is the headline to use.
Yes.
Absolutely. Someone actually said, oh, this is great. And, you know, it's funny because, I mean, even if people haven't watched our promo video, that alone was like a good kick out of some of the things that are front page news. And, you know, I got the guy of the dildo and it hit him in the head and all this stuff. It's just like, you can't even make this stuff up. Like, it's like, really? This really happened? And this is actually on the cover of a newspaper, a reputable newspaper.
Yes.
I love it. I'm here for it.
This is what's up.
I think the world needs some laughter right now, so I'm here.
It does, because I think we're still going round and round with the U.S. elections. I think we were tired of speaking about it, listening to it, hearing about it. So here we are trying to bring some joy and laughter into everybody's life, and I think we'll probably just go around, because we always do an alphabetical order. We'll each say one and clearly do our reaction, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Sounds
amazing.
Good.
Okay, so the first one I found, like a lot of these two are based on people just being stupid. And I think that, you know, as much as we can't tolerate stupidness, we can definitely use a bit of it to make us think and make us really say to ourselves, what? Like, why? So I want to bring up one where, okay, so Puerto Rican policeman accused of robbing Home Depot while in his police uniform. Like, he was wearing his uniform.
Wow, wearing his badge, right?
Fernando Leon Garcia was charged with stealing more than $1,300 worth of goods while in uniform.
Wow. He clearly had a lot of home decoring he had to do.
He just felt it was
and couldn't change his clothes first.
Couldn't change his clothes.
Right. Because I guess he thought, you know, if I leave Home Depot with all of these things and I take off running and they're looking for someone, they'll probably think, oh, well, he's a cop too. With all the other cops coming in to arrest someone, why would they arrest? I would just blend in, even though I've got a cart full of stuff.
Okay. That is hilarious.
So this is reality.
But it's just interesting too how, I mean, well, people...
And it's a true story.
That's the scary part. That is true. And I guess he could care less. He really wants to get those goods. And maybe he just didn't want to lose the items he was getting. So he figured, oh, if I walk away, though, what if someone buys it? So I'm just going to take it right now and run off.
No, you're gonna get way too much credit.
I'm going to purposely find the logic and these ridiculous stories.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it even more funny. The
I'm gonna
logic
find
in
the
it.
logic.
It's like,
Well, you know,
well,
maybe
if
he
I
wasn't
had a
a
police uniform, maybe I would try it too. I don't know.
No one's looking for the police
No,
officer.
exactly.
Makes sense. No one's actually looking for the police officer, thinking that the police officer is the one that's stealing the goods.
Exactly.
That's it, girl.
Exactly. So he was thinking that he had that mindset and said, all right, this is it. I'm going in. I'm getting my stuff. And he should have paid for it, though, because he even gotten some Home Depot points or something. But
So
he was not on the points. But and so that's imagine the cops now going to arrest him.
you know what?
And out of all the crimes he could have done, that's what he did.
You know what? In these Corona times, people are desperate. So you know what? You know what, Fernando?
Fernando.
We
see you, Fernando.
We see you.
We see you, Fernando.
We see you.
Oh.
Okay, Telly, what's next?
Okay.
I know that you had one that you thought was really adorable.
I did.
Because you love French bulldogs.
I do. I love my French bulldogs. And this one, we were laughing at this for a long time. So in the tiny town of Kentucky, Wilbur the French bulldog has been declared mayor. Yes. He is the mayor of a tiny town in Kentucky. The distinguished little fella received 13,143 votes, setting a new record in the community of Rabbit Hash. So the town is called, this little community is called Rabbit Hash. This is a town in Kentucky, which has elected a dog as a mayor since 1998. So this is a thing they've been doing for a number of years now. A cute Frenchie, too.
What's interesting is he probably got more votes than Kanye West in the U.S. presidential.
Oh, girl. Oh, Kanye. And poor Frenchie. What's the dog's name? Hold on.
Wilbur?
Wilbur.
He's a big time mirror.
Yeah.
13 votes.
Just goes to show that if you feel you can do something, just go do it. Because we have French bulldogs out here governing cities.
Imagine.
But I think what was really funny about it was when you showed me the photos. And
oh my God,
people can look this up. He was literally wearing a little top hat.
He's standing.
Like he's standing on the podium in his greatness. Yes.
So I want to know, like, if you have a complaint, when you go to talk, when you go, like, how do you talk to Wilbur?
Maybe he'll help with police reform. You know, any police officer that beats up a black person, he'll just bite them in the ass.
So if anything, he's an ally.
That's
hey, all right, Wilbur.
All right. Okay, I can't. I can't. I'm done. Okay, Wilbur. We also see you.
We see you, Wilbur. Shout out to the Rabbit Hash community in
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was a red state, right? Okay.
That's what red means. Red
yes,
state.
that is definitely a red state.
That is the red state.
And
hilarious.
Okay.
So that we're clear. So it's so funny that as I was doing some research, I think some of these were so ridiculous that the article just disappeared offline. So, but I do have one that I'm starting out with that I think you know when you read something and you get up and you walk away, like this was one that made me.
Oh wow!
So I got to read the whole because this one I got the whole.
Yes, please.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Missing woman unwittingly joins search party looking for herself.
Okay, stop. Hold on, Shiva. Stop. She is missing, and the same missing person is helping them to find her. Oh, man.
Let me read the article. So,
imagine.
Okay, a group of tourists spent hours Saturday night. So this was in 2012. So let me give this is 2012. But I thought it was so funny. A group of tourists spent hours Saturday night looking for a missing woman near Iceland's El Digia Canyon only to find her among the search party. The group was traveling to Iceland on a tour bus and stopped near the volcanic canyon in the Southern Highlands Saturday afternoon, reports the Icelandic news organization. One of the women on the bus left to change her clothes and freshen up. When she came back, her bus mates didn't recognize her. Tuesday was word of a missing passenger. The woman didn't recognize the the woman didn't recognize the description herself.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Join the party?
This story is
Are you
messed
kidding
up.
me?
About 50 people searched the terrain by vehicles and on foot. The Coast Guard was even raiding a helicopter to help.
Okay, my face right now. I'm trying to envision this being me. You know, like
Okay.
wow, a young Black female at the height of 5'2" is missing. Here's her picture. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go look for her, and it's me.
So she forgot what she looked like.
I hear it. But the search was called off at about 3 a.m. when it became clear the missing woman was in fact accounted for.
I
Searching for herself.
I wonder how long
Okay.
she was missing.
So wait a minute. Like, how did she not know that she herself was missing?
And when she saw the photo, how did she not realize like her DMs?
This is weird. Yeah, this story is like some weird. This is like if Unsolved Mysteries smoked.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's as if, yeah. You can't make this up.
I had to read several. It was on several like things that make you go news articles. I was like, this can't be true. And then I listen. People. We're sorry if you're listening on the radio because we are dying right now because I literally have tears running down my face and I just picked up because I was like, when it got to the point where they're like she didn't recognize the description of herself.
12. So
And she joined her own search party.
Own search party.
So didn't the name of
So her name? Did you have amnesia
Like,
or something?
hi, we're here. We have a search party here for Toshiba Billings.
Well, she didn't recognize.
Oh hell, I'm Toshiba Billings, and I'm right here, y'all.
So she is
And that
this a mental problem? Is there a
I didn't go that far. I was just this was too much because it was on so many things. I was like, this has got to be something like they didn't. I think it was so they didn't even mention her name because I think that they were just like, we know this woman's stupid. We don't want to ruin her.
yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I'll say this. I mean, this is one of those stories where you'll read it over and over again, and it just actually still doesn't make any sense.
I think the more you read it, the more idiotic it becomes. When you're like, really, chick? You couldn't even your own name you didn't recognize?
Like,
Well, maybe they didn't have her name because they did say she didn't. Because it was a bus tour, so maybe they didn't have her. They said she was wearing, but you didn't know what you just changed out of.
right.
Clothes. You changed out your clothes, and you didn't know what clothes you were in. What are we talking about?
Oh dear.
Wow.
Okay, so moving on because I can wipe these tears off my eyes. Garcia will go. Woo! God, goodness
Oh,
gracious.
okay. This is great. Okay, so this one this one I found funny just because whatever. So this one has to deal with a famous person.
Yeah.
So everyone knows Dr. Phil, the
Yes.
famous psychiatrist. Well, Dr. Phil is begging TikTok followers to stop calling him daddy. So young women, like 14 years old, are on TikTok talking about how they find Dr. Phil sexy. And they're calling him Zaddy and Daddy. And
You can fix my
all
mind
those-
anytime.
Yeah, saying nasty, dirty things.
Yes, girl.
And and I'm like, this is a very problematic
Right?
situation. Like,
Have times gotten that hard where now women are being hella thirsty?
young teenagers are lusting after
Hella thirsty.
balding old men on TV.
For Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
This is troubling.
This is
Like,
troubling. It's incredibly funny.
My teenage daughter who's going on TikTok calling Dr. Phil Zaddy Daddy. We go into therapy right away. Clearly not with Dr. Phil. Okay, but we are in therapy because I've done something wrong.
Right, because Dr. Phil is Grandpa Phil, y'all.
He's great grandpa Phil. Like, you know.
Right.
He's great grandpa. I was like, hey, what's going on, great gramps? You know, to know that 14, 15, 13-year-old girls are like thirsty for
Dr. Phil.
Grandpa Phil. It's just kind of like, wow.
You know what? This is showing us that teenagers have too much screen time. You know,
Amen.
that part.
This is showing
Amen.
us that
part.
because if this is their teen heartthrob, like what happened? What happened to the days where everyone was like, you know, all about like
Remember back in our
Boys to
day?
Men and
Yes, and
you
you
know,
about, like, you know,
Shamar
Tyrese
Moore,
and,
yeah,
you
like,
know, fine.
what happened to those days of, you know,
I don't
the
know.
little boy band them?
You know, or Justin Bieber or something.
You remember a good New Kids on the Block, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Block and Backstreet Boys and NSYNC
Like,
and them. Like,
isn't Harry Styles still a thing for the young people? Like,
I guess not. He's not old enough, Kirsty. Yeah, they want a grandpa.
they're on daddy.
They want a
They're on granddaddy.
ew, the next thing you know, they'll be calling Giuliani daddy too.
Oh, girl, listen.
They call him Pappy.
With the dye coming down his face.
With the dye coming down his face.
Yeah.
That is troubling. Parents, if you please TikTok, because if your kids are out there calling Dr. Phil or anybody, it's therapy for you because something went wrong. Go Phil.
I agree.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
Absolute. Another one that we found incredibly funny and more power. Like, she passed away, but her last and final testament is amazing. A Minneapolis woman, and it's happened in Minneapolis. A woman's obituary says, in lieu of flowers, before the election that happened, she said, "Do not vote for Trump."
Oh, good for her.
That was in her obituary. To know that her last dying thought
No
was to let the
flowers.
entire state of Minnesota know, listen, whatever you remember from me, remember this. Don't vote for Trump.
Don't vote for Donald.
Good for her.
I'm
So-
glad she did that.
She's a hero.
She's a hero in our eyes. Truly.
She did that.
She did that.
R.I.P. to her.
R.I.P. Peter. She did that.
Wakanda forever, my lady.
She's dancing with angels right now.
So this one didn't I search as I may, but we can just discuss the headline.
Okay.
Search as I could not find the article, and this would make sense why I couldn't find it. So the headline for this article was "Homicide Victims Rarely Talk to Police."
Hold up. Homicidal victims.
Homicide victims, so dead people.
Homicide people that are dead. Rarely talk.
Probably got burnt up in a fire.
Maybe the reason why they don't could it be that maybe the reason why they don't is because they have, you know, people skills issues,
Yeah, you
or
know,
maybe they're
Being
shy.
dead isn't good for your social life.
They could also just be incredibly shy. Maybe they'll open up more to the dead person. Maybe
Exactly.
it's kumbaya.
A little further.
First of all, you know what?
Headline
Dead
of a homicide victims rarely, not never, rarely talk to police.
Meaning that they've had conversations with dead people, with dead corpses.
I see dead people.
What's going on in our planet, man? Like,
So
seriously.
my question is this story or whoever, I mean, someone wrote that headline, and if that was a journalist,
Shame on them.
I don't even know what to say.
Shame on them. Shame on them.
Through editors, and it went through. People, and they said, "No, that's a great headline. Yes, they rarely.
They
They
agreed to this.
Rarely.
They all came together as one unit saying, yes, we're going to put this on the actual newspaper. We go all over the world, and everyone's going to know that dead people rarely
Aren't out here talking.
talk to
I would like to know. I would like to know.
Rarely.
I would love to talk to the police officers that have talked to
To the dead people.
that
should
should
have
be
been
the
the article.
follow-up. That's the follow-up story. Like, who out here in the death world is talking to police?
Wow. Keywords, rarely.
Again, weed.
Mm.
I blame
Weed is a real thing.
I blame
those edibles. People are
Yes.
yamming up the edibles and they're like,
The
oh, I don't
edibles.
feel a buzz at all. They say that as they're talking to a dead corpse.
They had one brownie too many, girl.
One brownie too many, bars.
Listen, the editor had one job. You had one job. Okay, you're an editor. That
One job.
class editors, homicide victims. Really, okay. Moving on.
Girl.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see here. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
yes. Okay, so this one concerned me because
Yeah.
just national security as a whole. So,
Oh.
person flying with jetpack spotted near Los Angeles International Airport. Keyword, again.
Again. So this is a thing he
Again.
does repeatedly.
This person has done it twice in a month.
Oh, wow.
A jetpack, like literally like Superman.
Superman.
Flying right, yes,
And
and flew and
Air-
flying
Flying through the air
through LAX
with his jetpack.
airspace with a jetpack. He hasn't been shot down.
Oh, jeez.
They didn't really arrest him.
They just probably slap him on the wrist and tell him to go about.
Yes. And my question is, do we not all forget what happened 9/11? Like,
Okay, thank you.
the
Thank
idea
you.
that airspace should be more protected than the literal street.
Oh,
in my
absolutely.
mind, it should be. But this dude was literally jetpacking right over LAX airport.
Jetpacking.
Like,
Again.
I'm very concerned.
Again.
I'm concerned.
These key words
Again.
rarely.
Again. Right. Again was the word where I was like,
Like, well, maybe the third time will be a charm. Maybe.
anyway, like,
What's going on in our world, ladies?
we were worried about drones, but apparently we need to be worried about people with jetpacks.
Imagine you look out your window and you're like, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Bob with his jetpack.
I love that his name is Bob. Because
He's a Bob.
Yes. it
because
has to
no
be- it has
offense,
to be a
but
Bob.
I highly doubt,
Devontae
Devontae would be flying
Devontae.
a jetpack.
No, and Tyrone and again.
Yeah, I don't think Devontae's into that.
No, I don't. I don't think that's his thing.
I don't think so either.
Okay.
Oh wow! Oh, this was a fun one that we talked about for a while. Which was it? Here we go. Yes, okay. We love animals are cute. When you go to the petting zoos and if they're cute, nothing wrong with that. But this man, this happened in Ireland. This man, he does this repeatedly, and I guess the locals are used to him doing this, so they just allow him. Man gets pet geese to come with him to a pub wearing special nappies. Yes, y'all.
I just imagined
has-
like a duck wearing.
He has two, and they're very
Two?
fluffy. Yeah, he has two. There's two. There's two fluffy geese, and there's a video as well. One with him walking into the pub and these are large geese. They're very
Right.
fluffy. They're very cute. And they have on their special nappies so that if anything happens, it will happen in their
their
nappies and not on the floor. And he sits at the bar with the geese. With some on bar stools.
Oh,
Has his Guinness with his feathery friends.
does the geese have drinks? Do they have Guinness?
Yeah, do they have a Guinness too?
I don't know. Well, he showed him. And
So-
the news article, not to cut you, but the article, they went even further. They had a video of him showing how he puts the nappies
Okay.
on the geese. This news article, they went in.
Okay, so
Oh, so they did an expose.
Yeah.
Expose.
so why
Yeah.
though? But why? Like,
I
where's this
don't
man's
know.
wife?
I don't think he has one. He got the geese as his pet.
The geese are his wife. Wives. Those are his wives.
Yeah,
That's
What?
most men won't even bring their girlfriend to the bar, and this dude's bringing his livestock from the farm. Like,
He brought his livestock to the bar. Yes, he did. He loves them. They love him. He's sitting
We're
there.
forgetting the nappy. They did an expose to show us how he wrapped
How
the
he
nappy.
wraps the nappies on them. They follow him down the sidewalk into the pub.
Some women
I
have
wish
problems
I
getting
was
their
making this up.
husbands to change their own children out of their nappies. And we have a dude that sits there purposely putting nappies on geese.
Yes.
That's okay. I'm done for the night.
The world we live in.
After the show, I'm going to bed.
Me too, girl. Like,
Come on, y'all.
I'm going to bed as well.
But if we go to bed, who's going to report these ridiculous stories? Come on, girls.
Okay. So this one I thought was interesting. Again, couldn't find the article again because I think they scrubbed the internet of the actual article, but the headline should help you. Listen, we know we live in a very large world. We know 7.8 billion-ish people right now living in the world. And this article just wanted to tell us why, the population is growing. So this was from Tom Phillip was his name, and the headline's referring to California.
Mm-hmm.
And the headline is, state's population to double by 2040. Babies to blame.
Oh, wow. Okay. Babies to blame for the population spurt.
Those damn babies.
Right? Those cute, chubby things.
Just getting in the way. I can't get a job right now because of babies.
Because the babies are
these babies just coming up in here and
coming up and just taking your life, right?
Yeah, ruining my chances for opportunities.
What the hell is wrong with people?
The babies.
Like
the baby.
I mean, there were so many other ways to write this headline.
Thank you.
Girl, listen, we got time.
We didn't need we didn't need
We got time.
that headline. Like,
that's obvious. And then to
like,
say that babies are to blame. Like, what are you talking about? Blame. See these key
Blame.
words.
Operative word. Blame.
That's the key word. Blame.
blame.
We're gonna blame infants. We're gonna blame.
Because they're coming and filling up our world. These babies,
Babies.
right?
And they came here to ruin us. And
They
the thing
did.
is, we have no idea how they got here. It seems.
I wonder.
Like, how did these babies get
They
here?
came from space.
Yeah, it's like,
These babies.
An invasion.
what's wrong with
Babies.
Full.
Wow.
And these have a job. Again, in these economic times, you see,
Maybe that's the problem.
It is.
They're hiring people and not doing a background check to see what's going on
Yeah,
up here.
because I honestly think that some people are getting jobs and not being
They ain't
checked
qualified.
for mental, capacity. So
Wow. And you see how quick they were quick to just scrape the thing? Like, they didn't even... You see that? Man!
I could not find. They were just like, no.
They
This is
knew. They knew
Like-
it was stupid as hell. And they
babies to blame.
babies
like,
to blame.
Could be on a t-shirt.
You know it's coming.
we need to. We should
We
actually
should
put
design,
together
yes,
we
the
should
three
do
of
it.
us should make a t-shirt.
Yeah.
beautiful girl talk. Babies to blame for growth of
And you
population.
know that thing, the sad part, that shirt would sell like hotcakes.
It would.
People would be
Yeah,
like, oh, that's so true.
It would sell to Trump supporters. That's
Wow.
and we need to market that to Trump supporters.
Oh, dear. Well, you know what? It seems like they have money. They've been spending so much on those stupid flags.
Okay.
So, we could make some money off these Trumpsters.
Truly we
We
should.
We
Here,
should.
girl.
Okay. So, oh yeah.
Remember?
Okay, so this was hilarious. So, Singapore activist faces fine over one man smiley face sign protest. So let me explain this. There was a man just standing at the corner
Yes.
with a sign, a cardboard sign with a smiley face on it, done with a marker, and he was just standing there. And the police fined him because he didn't have a permit for protesting.
Okay,
One man protest. One man protest.
One man protest.
One man protest. Okay. And they find
Picture
him.
is literally
The
this
picture.
dude standing like this with his sign in front of his face. It's a smiley face, and they saw him as a huge threat because it's like, you can't protest. This is getting in the way of traffic.
You have a sidewalk.
permit. I was like, what if the dude was just honestly waiting for the bus and happened to
Holding a happy
a
sign?
happy face sign?
Girl, we'll never know
maybe.
because this poor man is now getting fined
Yeah.
for not having a permit for his one-man protest.
Like,
And then was the
what?
word there was no derogatory words, there was no hate speech, it was just a happy face.
Like,
Happy.
you know, he just wanted to spread joy, and you know, this is what happens.
But you know the police aren't about joy.
I mean, he was wearing a mask.
They wanted to throw some tear gas at the man. Was he wearing a mask? Oh, he was wearing a mask. Well, at least he's being safe.
You know,
So
so
the police want to throw tear gas, okay? That's what they want. They don't want some happy protest.
girl.
Oh my God, I'm dead. Listen, our listeners are probably like, these women are crazy. Give them a shout out,
Yeah,
Garcia.
so I want to say thank you all for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us, supporting Not Your Typical Girl Talk here on Radio Regent. Radio Regent, thank you so much for giving us this time to laugh and have joy with all of our listeners today. We appreciate
It's the
you
last
all. Yes, my mouth is just too flexible right now because I've been laughing so much. But thank you again, Radio Regent, for this time, and thank you for listening, listeners.
Yay! Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it. So we found this other article, and honestly, I think Persia showed me this, and we had a good hearty laugh because it's one thing to say it out loud, but when you see there's a video attached to it, and when you see the video, you're just like, okay. But
That's ridiculous.
in Japan, I guess they're having some problems with bears coming in and taking crops and destroying livestock. So the Japanese have come up with a plan to help the situation.
Okay.
A Japanese town deploys, air quotes, monster wolf robots to deter wild bears. Now, I wish I could show the video, but what I'll do is I can probably play it so you can hear how it sounds, and Sheba, maybe you'll be able to see it.
Oh wait, there's gonna be an ad.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sheba, you'll be able to
exciting.
see it, and hopefully our viewers will come back and watch our playback here on video to see
YouTube and let's see this.
the sound of it, and the way how it looks.
Killer robots.
Yeah. It's supposed to be
Monster robot.
a monster robot, and this monster robot is supposed to scare away bears.
And let
From
me
their
explain.
livestock.
When I say monster robot, when we say monster robot, you think, okay, wow, this thing must be really
It's
scary.
like scary because a monster.
But not so.
Let's see if we can see this, Shiva.
I'm done. Good night. I'm going to bed. What is that?
That's the monster robot. And that's how it sounds.
That
It turns its head
that is
like
the
this.
sound of the monster robot. And let me explain how it looks.
It sounds like a walrus dying.
When you think of Japanese technology, you think, oh shoot, this thing must look hideous. What it is, it's like a hanger. Like, let's say you have a hanger, a wire hanger, and you unraveled it, and wrapped it in carpet, and then put a cheap dollar store wolf mask
over it,
and then stick it up on a rotating stick in the yard.
and it turns.
And it rotates like this, back and forth.
And it
back
goes.
and forth.
You know what it reminds me of? Like a zombie coming out of the grave. Maybe it's the homicidal victims from the.
To be honest with you, it sort of reminds me of some cheap, I don't know, like some bad Halloween display like that your neighbor would put up. Like, it's stupid.
It is, and it's cheap. And then you're right, though, especially coming out of like anything from Japan, anything from China, you're thinking, oh wow, this is gonna be some big up technology. But it really does look like something that someone in Florida would have made in like grandma's basement.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
And you know the sad part is that probably cost them in their eyes big money to make, for all I know.
It's,
That was awesome.
I mean, this is what's happening.
That was awesome. Okay.
So
That's great. If viewers, please actually just go look that up, because then you really actually have to see
you have to see.
The
robot.
movement.
The bear was looking at it like, no. Like the bear was like,
Right?
no.
That
The bear
bear
was
was like, okay.
The bear said, nah, we're
Bear
good.
probably
We're
sat
good.
eating the
Yeah.
livestock and watching the thing go.
I'm good over here. I'm settled. Like, he's bunkering. The bear was bunkering down like Trump is bunkering down in the White House.
Girl, you know this. In the bunker.
That bear said, I'm good. Speaking
Hilarious.
of people who were in the White House, so an Eastern Michigan University in January 2009 wrote a very interesting headline about, most people's forever president, Barack Obama. And the headline states,
Oh dear.
Republicans turned off by size of Obama's package.
Listen, okay. Thank you everyone for watching Radio Region. It's been awesome. Please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias.
I cannot.
Thank you
That
and
was
good night.
too
Are you
easy.
kidding me?
That was too easy. Come on.
Wow. Republicans are angry at Obama's package.
Size of
For
Obama's
the
package.
size.
Yeah, they weren't impressed
Of
by the
his size.
size.
Well, he is a black man.
His size.
No.
This is too much for them to handle, girl.
Size of his package. Oh.
There's so, it's so
No.
easy.
Michigan was a red state before it turned blue in this election. They didn't know. They clearly did. They didn't come from Detroit paper. They came from Michigan University. They clearly didn't know about the BBCs. They clearly didn't know about the BBC.
Right.
Cheers.
And you know what?
Right.
And Donald knew this. This is why he hates Barack. This is the reason.
Exactly. The size of his package.
He hates the size of his package.
That's the reason. For some reason, I can't stop thinking about Lindsey Graham right now.
Girl, you
It's
gotta stop.
I can't. Oh my God.
Stop. Oh.
Oh,
Wow. That is hilarious.
Okay.
Wow.
Ew, okay, yeah, this is gross.
Jeez.
But, okay, so I have one here, which I even look at it and I'm like, ew. So
Oh, dear.
here's the headline.
Okay.
There is now software that can put any real person into porn videos, including you or your mom or both.
What?
What?
So you can virtually put yourself in
Yes,
porn with your mom?
If that's what you're into,
That floats your boat.
I guess yes.
Ew.
Technology. Again.
Répétez, s'il vous plaît. Répétez.
The future is now, sadly, technology has made it possible. It's an
Oh,
AI-driven software
dear
that can
God.
swap out a person's face in video footage of someone else's.
That's dangerous though too, right? I mean,
That
from the
will.
nastiness.
It's
that's
like
the-
sometimes it's very convincing. Other times it looks like their heads are painfully phasing in and out of reality.
that can damage someone's credibility. Like you can take that and use it on someone you don't like or someone doesn't like you, and they take your face and that's dangerous.
So that's the
And your mom. You
yeah,
and your mom in the same porn.
yeah, that's please people, let's
Oh.
not do this. Let's find hobbies. Let's
Yes, and
let's
hobbies like
do
whatever happened
yoga
to
and
yeah,
meditate and
fixing your car or starting a clothing line. I don't know, anything.
doing anything other than
Don't swap out people's faces and porns for you.
don't
No.
do that either, because someone could come and sue
geez.
you.
Yeah.
if you're doing this and putting it out there.
Oh my God. Technology is every day.
Just
crosses the line.
don't. Just don't.
Every day technology crosses the line.
Okay. Here's one here that I thought. It's
Oh,
stupid.
what? Wow. A man spent years building his own submarine, then allegedly used it to brutally murder a journalist.
So
He
he spent years and money Building a
Building
submarine.
a submarine to kill a journalist.
Okay, I'm not an advocate
Oh,
for it, but
It's a 55-foot submarine.
55 foot. Okay, I'm sorry. And he spent money.
The woman, the journalist, her name was Kim Wall. She was a freelance journalist who was just another in a line to document. What was she doing? She was doing something here, and he just took his submarine somehow and
and killed her. Okay.
Killed her.
You know what? This is my thing. I'm not an advocate for it, but guns are also very useful and a lot cheaper than building a submarine.
A knife.
Yeah, a knife. There you
Or
go.
just
A 55.
a 55-foot submarine. And he spent years
Yes, years of your life and used it to kill
to kill.
you. Like, I don't know what this poor woman would have. God, therapy, normalized therapy. People.
Right.
And
What?
he still got caught. So it's like, so
He still
what?
got caught.
What was like what? Why?
This is great. I mean, sorry for that
You know
the whole
what?
thing, but
No, but this guy must know Bob on the jetpack thing. Like,
Thank you.
he knows Bob. He must.
And live in that small town in Kentucky.
yeah,
That's
where the dog
the
is the
dog's the
mayor,
mayor.
right?
Wilbur. Wilbur the mayor. Jeez.
I can't.
Well, you know, I
Well-
feel horrible for her family, and I feel horrible for his family too, because I'm pretty sure his
You
mother
know,
didn't
it's
raise
just
him
like
to
that.
do
Yeah, this is sad. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that woman. She was a space cadet or something, and she
Mhm.
drove for hours wearing
Oh,
a
yeah.
diaper.
Yes,
kill-
so I
Now that was a crazy headline right there.
I remember when I heard it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And
Yes.
I was like, "No, Chantel, it's true." And
Woman scorned.
I was like, "Wow!" She drove because she didn't want to stop. Because God forbid, no nature calling is going to stop her from her mission of getting rid of her ex-boyfriend and his new woman.
So for those who did not, please look that up. So yeah, because wasn't she a Nassau?
Yes. She was like a
Yes.
reputable person.
Thank you.
She
So
has
let me tell you, love can turn you in an idiot. So this astronaut who would have spent years
Okay.
in school to even get to where she is, was now a woman scorned. I guess her man must have fell in love with somebody else. Or she, whatever. She finds out, and like Telly said, gets in her car in a diaper because she was not going to let ones or twos stop her from getting where she needs to be, and drove all the way to the woman's yard to kill her.
Yes, she drove, and she didn't want nothing to get in her way, so
Nothing.
she sat in a dirty, nasty
Stinky diaper.
And when the police found her, they were like, "How did you drive there so quickly? Like, we don't even understand." And she was like, "I wore a diaper. I wore an adult diaper, and that's how I got
And
here.
she had no
And I'm
shame.
totally fine and used to it because I'm an astronaut."
She had no shame. She had no remorse. She didn't care.
And astronauts go through a lot of mental exercises to make sure they're of right mind.
Right.
So the idea that this woman so quickly after coming from space came back to Earth and was like, "This is what I'm doing."
Chick. I'm gonna get her. Get these Depends diapers. No, that's a commercial for Depends right there. I mean, not to
Girl.
stop.
You need to stop right now.
Just saying.
Right there. Pampers, all of them. Maybe she was a baby Pampers. Pampers was for my daughter, so maybe she wore a pamper, a large pamper. That is crazy. Yeah, this is our okay. So let me see what I have here. Okay, so I'm all for disclaimers. I think it is important that we do disclaimers, but this one may be a little too much, and maybe it's just a sign of 2020, right?
Oh boy. Oh
So
dear.
this is from a British newspaper this May, and the headline was "Cops: Don't drive if you're blind."
Don't drive if you're blind.
Okay, so
Once
thank
again,
you
we
all
want
for
to thank
joining us
everyone for tuning in to our amazing show, Not Your Typical Girl Talk. A shout out to Radio Region.
I'm
Wow. Don't
You know
drive blind.
This reminds me of a time when I was younger. I watched this one weird show where this blind guy
Okay.
did think that using his, because he was so intuitive, he was like, I'm going to use my intuition to drive, even though I am blind. And this dude was blind. And he got into a car that was in a driveway. And right now, Toshiba's like reading
thanks.
a
She's like,
book
okay.
or, you know, just
Thank
reading
you so
some-
much for
Yeah,
your words.
This blind guy with his seeing stick and everything got
Right,
into
his
the
guide
car,
stick.
you know, put the car in
Reverse. or-
river. I don't even know. No, it was in drive. I
Oh.
think he wanted to reverse, but he didn't drive. He drove right into the house and then asked, "What happened?"
I'm done.
So,
I'm done.
in his intuition, tell him what happened after he crashed into his house.
Done.
Oh, what a world!
I'm done.
What a world!
So
I don't know, guys.
So
That was a story to say.
that, you know what? The headline needs to be published because apparently
people still think they can drive blind.
based on intuition and not sight. So this is what's happening.
Like,
In
I
the
wouldn't.
world.
And that's so sad too, right? Like, you know someone, and then you know someone's blind. Like, for people that really are blind and think they can actually just whip through town, it's like, no, you're blind. Where do you think you're going?
Girl. Okay.
Oh.
So
Go ahead, girl.
here's another one.
Mhm.
Oh,
So good old Florida.
Oh, Florida making the wolf, the monster wolf machine.
Florida. Florida man made bomb threat to avoid work.
Okay.
He
So,
he
he threatened.
hates work so much that he made a bomb threat,
goodbye.
and now he's being held on 10 grand bond.
Just quit.
So I don't,
Just quit your job.
man.
Just
th-
quit.
This,
He's gonna. So he's has a record now for making a bomb threat.
yeah,
Just
this-
because he doesn't want to go to work. Okay, then
Yes.
quit.
this 36-year-old man, Richmond
When
Hamilton,
he's young.
was arrested for calling a bomb threat to the water treatment facility he worked at.
Oh my-
His motive was purely to get out of work, but obviously his plan didn't pan out too well.
So what was his thought process? What did he think was going to happen? That they were going to be like, oh,
I think he
Okay.
thought that there was, you know what? I bet this fool picked up his home phone, his home landline phone,
right?
and called.
Said, hi, this is Bob.
It said,
It's
"Hi,
me.
this is Richard."
This is me, Richard. I'm calling to let you know that I'm not coming into work, and if you force me, I'm going to put a bomb in your ass. That's what
I honestly think that he didn't understand that
That's what he said.
police do have technology that can track phone calls. And, you know, now he's sitting there with
No work.
no work and no bond.
and no bond to get out of jail. So, you know, Richard might be in there for a while.
Well, I hope it was worth it, Richard. I was telling you about one I read last night. Once again, we're back in Singapore. And this one, it was about, I was telling you, it was about virtual, because everyone's getting the itch to travel. And because
Yes.
of the lockdowns, a lot of people can't. So it's starting, I know for us, we're the three of us are always going somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, it sucks that you can't really just get up freely and go where you would like to go and what have you. So there's an airline or an airport in Singapore that has solved that problem.
Okay.
They want to make people comfortable and get them, I guess, to be more excited again or relive the experience of traveling. So what you do is somehow they don't really charge your car, but they make it where it's a whole experience. You pay for where you want to go. And this is called plane rides to nowhere. They have a Hello Kitty experience. They have like a different experiences you can take to fly wherever you're going, but you're going nowhere. And the thing is actually called plane rides to nowhere. So you pack your bags, and some people actually put clothes in a suitcase. You get into the airport after you've purchased your ticket online, and it's a free ticket because you're not going anywhere. You go to the gate. You go to the gate
So wait, do I have to take off my shoes and all of this
the
foolishness?
whole experience. They do a check on you.
Okay.
If you get selected to go into the machine,
they're gonna check my wig to see if I have drugs in it. Okay.
Yep, they're gonna check your wig. They're gonna check everything.
Okay.
They question you on where you're going, the address, who you're staying with, all that. You go to the gate that they tell you to go to. You sit in the waiting lobby. You wait. They call.
You wait for 3 hours because you have to be there.
Well, no, that's where they catch us though.
Oh.
They don't make it that long.
Oh,
this time I think they say it's like 20 minutes.
Okay, that's nice.
Which is right? That's nice.
That's nice.
So they call you up in zones. They actually do like zone 1.
Okay.
Oh, from 1 through 6.
Zone 3.
Yep. Okay.
You get on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
You sit in your seat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Stewardess and the pilot, before you even get to your seat, the stewardess and the pilot, they greet you social distance wise.
Yes.
They greet you.
All right. And so you have to put your carry-on luggage in the okay.
You put there to help you put it in there.
Okay, that's nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then you sit, put your seatbelt on, the stewardess goes to the front of the plane. She reads and does the whole emergency exits where the washrooms are, first class is included in all this and all that jazz. Packed plane. The pilot, the two pilots, the pilot and the co-pilot come out, they wave everyone, they go back into the cockpit to start the plane. And as soon as everyone claps saying this is it, the pilot turns on the plane. Everyone's excited, and then he turns off the engine.
So hold on, they're wasting fuel.
Yes.
Okay, so because as soon as you turn the plane on,
that's money. Okay. Then they turn it off, and then they say, thank you for flying Air Singapore to nowhere. Please exit stage. Basically, please exit stage left. People get off the plane with their luggage, and they roll it back to their car.
Okay, so what you're telling me is the Brightman with the jetpack was onto something.
Yes, Bob with the jetpack.
Bob with the jetpack.
Actually, you know what though, Bob, he got better. They should have followed Bob
because he flew.
Bob went somewhere.
He went in
Bob went somewhere. These poor people, they just got on a plane, and then they came off with their luggage back to their cars, and that's
after paying for parking. They had to pay for parking at the airport.
This sounds like hella depressing to me.
They claim that this is to help people to get through the loss of wanderlust. They're not getting the chance to have that feeling of excitement when they go to travel. On some of the rides, especially if it's like a Hello Kitty one, they'll give you cute little Hello Kitty like toys, and they'll give you food, and then they'll kick you off the plane. And they do this about 4 times a day. It's just a new group every time.
I have nothing else to.
And people, and there's actually it's a thing. Like people are there's like a wait times.
Okay.
Another quick one for you. Somewhere in Norwegian, they have this hot new restaurant, and it's called Table for One. It's in the middle of a field, and it's just a table with one chair, and you go there for dinner by yourself because of COVID. The waiters put your food, they give you an order, you order your food online. You get there in this beautiful open field with one chair and one table. There's a house about 10 feet away from where the table is. You pre-order what you want, you sit at the table, and the chef puts your food in a trolley, like a what do they call it? Almost like how you zip line. Yeah, they put like a zip line, and they zip line it to your table. They zip line it in Norwegian. So in Norwegian, I gotta find the article again. I had it on my phone.
Okay.
They zip line it, and then you take the tray, you eat your food, you put it back on the zip line, and you zip line it back to the house. And that's the experience. That's experience.
And you could have done that in your own yard since it's COVID.
That's the experience.
No,
I wish I was I can't make this if I wanted to. In Norwegian, yes, you can have you can have a one diner, one person.
This is depressing.
Dinner.
That reminds me,
and
this That's for people
they're
that
sold
want to
out.
be sad.
They're booked out.
No, this is for people that want to be
No,
sad.
exactly.
Want to be
They're
depressed.
booked out though, guys. That's the scary part.
Table, you know,
For wine.
I don't know, like
in Norwegian.
this is ridiculous. You can't tell me nothing like this. Like, I will not. I will not. You do not need to drive out to a field and pay probably $200 to eat by yourself in the middle of an empty dock field. What? Like, what's next? Someone's gonna come out of the house and come kill you,
Girl. And
I'm confused. I'm confused. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna end that off with one more line because we are running out of time, and I want our listeners and our viewers to really think about. Please call your friends.
Yeah.
Call your neighbors. Knock on their door, because this is actually very sad. That there are things being created, experiences that are being created that sound on the surface crazy. Like this is I could get dressed, put on my eyelashes, then put on my clothes, do my makeup done, drive out, walk into a field because I probably couldn't drive my car, sit at a table for one with interaction with no one.
With no one. No waiter, no service, no nothing.
No nothing.
Just you and the bush.
And the trolley or the line.
Right. And my food that could fly off and like if it goes too fast.
Or a wild bird just takes the food.
Yeah, and I'm going to share that takeaway as well. I think that this is the time where we need to really check on each other and make sure that even if it's virtually, whether it be on Facebook or Zoom, whatever you're doing, make sure you make time to connect with people, because we don't need to be out here spending hundreds of dollars to feel good about ourselves.
It was in Sweden. I'm sorry. It was in Sweden. This is what it looks like.
Good job, Sweden. Good job.
I don't know if you can see that, Sheba.
That's awesome.
Good job.
You really are in a field.
You're in a
with
field.
a basket hanging from a thing.
Yeah, you know.
What's your takeaway?
Yeah, you know what, ladies? I got to agree with you, ladies, as well. We're living in such deranged times. Like the headlines we read, I mean, that's hella funny as they were. It is really crazy that these things are happening and so much more. So I can't agree with you, ladies, and more. It's so important to check on your family, check on your friends. If you haven't heard from someone in a bit of a while, give them a Zoom call, bug them till you can't bug them no more. Find out if they're okay, because we're living in crazy times. So yes, do check on your friends. And we want to thank you guys so much for listening and for watching. Thank you, Radio Regent, for your love and your support. We want to thank everyone for all the love we've been getting. It's been amazing. Please do make sure to follow us on all of our social medias with the name Not Your Typical Girl Talk. Sheba, Karsia, Vans and family and friends and everyone watching, we're going to end it out, but we're not just ending it in our normal way. No. We're ending it out in the birthday Sheba way.
Yes.
Happy birthday. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm a Scorpio, so you know I'll be celebrating like from the beginning of November. So thank you, ladies. I'm going to enjoy my birthday. Everyone stay safe. Yes, Brock it down, girl. Brock it. If you guys are watching, shimmy on them, girl. Shimmy on them.
Go ahead, Car.
Oh, you know me.
Do it, girl.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. See you
guys.
next.
We will all be going to the table for one in Sweden.
Thank you. Table for one, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.